FoodPolicyUS is pleased to present this educational series highlighting issues and debates in our food system. Join us each week as we hear from leaders and innovators around the table.
When you're buying food that comes from a local farm, that is feeding, that is payroll to a local employee, who is then going to a local store in their community and buying. I mean, it's amazing. You buy a basket from us, you support us from the farmer, support the farmer, who then supports their employees, who then supports their local economies. There's 5 touches right there in the state of Maryland when you eat 1 tomato from our guy up at Chesley Vegetable Farm. 5 touches there. Or you go to the supermarket and you support Safeway, who is not based in Maryland. But you do support a little bit of the local store. But you're also then supporting the transportation company that's based out of Chicago, which is then supporting the farm where it came from down in Mexico. Now, it's not a bad system. I understand why, I shouldn't say it. It is a bad system. I understand why they do it. But I'd much rather see those 5 touches all be in the tri-state area, where then I will see the benefit when my favorite restaurant doesn't go under because that employee who got paid from the farm that I bought, that the person who bought from us, all those touches is still here because all that chain is still alive. And when you have a local chain that supports itself and a local system that is growing and thriving and profitable, I don't see where it can go wrong. If you have an impact on a small local group, there's no reason why you then can't do this in every city. Just broaden this out, support your local economies. You might spend a little bit more money, but it's also going back into your community. And when you're always, we've turned into a culture where we're always looking for the best value. I understand it, especially in a recession, you want to get, the best deal that you can. But at the same point, it's not doing the long-term effect. We tend to, and we see it in our political system, we tend to never look beyond the next election, if you will. The Japanese were famous for a long time of every decision that they make, they think of what it's going to be like in 100 years if they make this decision now. I mean, we don't even make a decision that's going to affect next week. But we have this problem of not thinking long-term. And when we do think long-term, and when we do think about the effects that we're having in our local community, not just by made in the United States, made in the USA, fantastic. How about made in Maryland?